we have a fair bit of experience, we think, in helping key organisations come together and think about their future and how to respond, particularly in difficult times. So, here's what we're going to talk about today. So I want to talk to you about this whole notion of how do you create your future intelligence. And what do I mean by future intelligence? What we mean by that is the ability to be able to look into the future and recognise what are the key trends that are shaping your future. What are those things that are going to have, in your case, the most impact on the future of your region? So we're going to talk a little about how do you build future intelligence. One of the things that we're particularly interested in is this notion of future thinking. You know, in regions like this, you know, you have a long history. You know, we're in buildings that are many hundreds of years old. But in today's world, we have to keep one eye on the past and one eye on the future. So how do we start to have our citizens look to the future and become concerned about how the future is going to unfold? When I went to Shanghai the first time in my life, that's what it looked like. That's 20 years, 2 decades. And I think in those two pictures, everything about the macro trends is embedded. It's the shift in global wealth, population, technology, energy consumption, impact on climate change, and so on. Now, that there has some relevance to here. The challenge as regional leaders is, what does that mean for the future of Tuscany? So this is what we think is the big challenge that regional leaders are wrestling with, and if not wrestling with, need to wrestle with, which is how do you build your regional economies and your social systems to remain relevant, competitive, and vibrant in a rapidly changing world. So you have the luxury of having remained much the same for many centuries. But how do you as a region start to think about the future of your economy, the future of your society, so that you can be relevant, competitive, and vibrant in this rapidly changing world? What will Tuscany look like in 10 years, 20 years, 100 years? And some of you may be familiar with this. As a company, we have developed a future game, which is a simulation learning tool. One of the things that has been mentioned in this conference is the game of the future. You know, this whole idea of treating the future like a game. Certainly for us in our company, we don't mean a frivolous or a simple game. We're talking about serious games. And the research is showing that serious games are becoming highly effective at letting people think and play with the future in a serious way. Because your future is a serious future. And the game of your future is a very serious game. Because as regional leaders, make no mistake, your actions or your inactions over time will have a very real impact on the future of this region. What you put your priorities on, the degree to which you engage people, the decisions you make, will shape the future of this region. And that's a serious game.